to the place where we have very dramatic lighting because we literally don't know where to put the lights right now. Sorry, we'll figure it out. Welcome to Those Nerds Down the Street. I'm John.
I'm Britt.
And make sure you crack open a nice fizzy drink or a cuppa like we usually do. I do like me a cuppa more, but don't got it right now. So, today we are reviewing every Nintendo Switch Pokémon game by release date. Couple things, couple rules. Our original release date, if these are re-released products, we will be doing, for instance, the first ones are Leaf Green, Fire Red. They are from the early 2000s, therefore that's when we're counting their dates. Secondly, no app likes. If it didn't have a physical cartridge at some point, mostly relating to stuff like, I don't want to talk about stuff like Pokemon Quest, Cafe Remix.
Right.
All of those are fine. In fact,
we're just
I'd say
on
each
ones
of
that
them
are
are a
like
little better than most mobile game style things. But I want real games.
Right.
Real games.
We're just going to be focusing on physicals for now.
So, please, enjoy yourself on this first video podcast of Those Nerds Down the Street. So the first games we're going to talk about today are Fire Red and Leaf Green. These are little dummy cases, and this is technically the newest re-release, but these are the oldest games we're talking about today. So, early 2000s, gorgeously simple Pokemon games. I'm going to be honest, the early Pokemon games have been a little hard for me to come back to due to my work schedule up till now. And I found the easiest way to play these old ones are when you're just sitting around and hanging out.
Right, you can just curl up on the couch and enjoy it.
Yeah, take some time to grind out the mons. Everything is manual. That kind of stuff is harder for me now, but I found that, like, I've got 50 hours in the game, mostly because I'll be watching TV while I'm doing it.
Right.
And I've only got to, like, Page 5. I just beat Koga.
I've beat them all, sadly.
Yeah.
Take some advice from somebody who has rushed it a little bit. Just enjoy it and take it slow.
There's lots of Pokemon hacks out there if you want to play more games like these. If this is your first time playing them, they're only $20 a piece on the eShop. I believe there is no physical of these. Don't go looking for it. It doesn't exist. In Japan there is, but you only get codes. Those aren't fun. So $20 re-released on the eShop, and I'm gonna give it a high 9.5. I think this is the best Kanto.
Same.
Simply put, I think it's the best. God love red, blue, yellow, and green if you're in Japan, but
and if you haven't,
they're harder to play.
Go check it out.
I still can't go back to red and blue. That's one problem I now have. Pokken Tournament.
Ooh.
So, Street Fighters, your Tekkens. To be honest, this is a fighting game. I can't really rate it quite the same as all these other games because this is such a different thing.
This one I don't think I've actually played, so.
Well, I know for a fact you would definitely enjoy this. If you like your Mortal Kombats and other things like I was saying, I'm going to give this a solid 6. Really, it's just a reskin Tekken, but really, if you're a big Pokemon nut, this is problematic in the way of Smash Brothers existing on the same console. If you want your fill of Nintendo fighting games, please just go for Smash.
Wait, so, like, is this just Tekken, but, like, with Pokemon? Like, you get to wreck people's face as a Pokemon?
Like, that's exactly what it is.
Awesome.
I mean, as much as I love the idea, it is a little undercooked. I wish the roster was a little bigger. I know I'm a maximalist when it comes to stuff like that, but there's so many Pokemon, and they only have, like, a tiny roster.
Right.
I don't even remember. It's, like, something like 21-ish Pokemon on this roster, and a couple of them are Pikachu. Like, really.
I don't know if I like that,
Out
because
of the hundreds.
is in every property ever made.
Like, there's Pikachu, and then there's Pikachu Libre.
That's why I like that they're taking Ash and Pikachu out of the movie, but we won't get into that.
Anime.
Or
But
yeah, that.
honestly, again, it's a 6. This is not a bad game. Pick it up if you see it at a discount. Skip otherwise. Third one on our list, after Pokemon Quest that we're not talking about, we've got Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee.
Ooh, I played Let's Go Eevee and I love it.
Oh, yeah. Our buddy's renting Eevee for now, but here is Pikachu. Honestly, I love this game.
I love that
think
game.
this is a great experience. It kind of gives the Pokemon Go players something a little bit more traditional. It's a bridge.
Right.
Pokemon Go had a lot more fans than the original Pokemon series when it came out. And this was a good way to get some of them casual people over to us. Okay? I love it.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
If this is the one I'm thinking of, it's the one where it has like the little dungeons that you go through.
That is... No.
No, I'm thinking
This
of the wrong
is
one.
the Kanto remakes where you cannot fight wild Pokemon, you catch them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's that one. I know now.
Yeah. Again, I do kind of love the shiny hunting in this guy. I think
I don't
that
think I've ever done
the
it.
slightly different story is interesting. I'll give this an 8. Personally, I do like traditional ones better, but I love this existing. I just do.
I just give it a 5.
So you're middle of the road for this guy, eh? Hey, no blame. This is basically Diet Pokemon. Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. To be serious, this is the first 3D Pokemon entries that are entirely free of grid-based things and all sorts of little doodads that you'd see.
Right.
Like, pretty much, this is when the Pokemon games opened up and became console games. Gosh, they are rough to play.
They're
but
fun games, though.
these are still a 9 for me on the base versions.
Same. I love them.
I do think this was a lot better leap than everyone thinks. I don't think these have as many problems. I think this is the first games that happened after the Dexit situation where they were no longer going to put every Pokemon in every game. That never bothered me. And I think I'm way, way into the English countryside more than I really should be. A lot of my heritage is from there, but I love these. This one's a 9. What do you feel?
8.
Good old 8, huh? Well, that is pretty cool. Now, as for their DLC, so we are, of course, talking about the Crown Tundra and Isle of Armor. Those.
I don't think I actually got the
Gosh.
DLC with mine.
You had to have.
Or did I?
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember.
You probably wouldn't, but honestly, it just felt like more of the same. My big problem is, God, was it undercooked. I do like the Dynamax adventure stuff. It's all great and all well and good. I love training Cub Fu. I thought all of it was great. 6 out of 10. Really, for the first mainline DLC game, it really had a lot of room to grow. So I can't be hard.
I get what you're saying.
I can't be hard on the first mainline DLC. It didn't know how to work.
I don't think I can really rate it because I don't remember it.
Yeah. That should show you. I know she beat all of it. Like, if that tells you much about how easily the DLC is remembered.
Right.
So, overall, great, but... Moving on. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX.
And
God,
now
I
we're to
love
the
these.
one that I thought the other game was.
Oh, man. So, this is a remake, so... This would have actually been after Fire Red and Leaf Green,
Right.
except that it is a complete overhaul in some ways. I honestly think these are better than the Game Boy Advance titles they're based on, This was based on Blue Rescue Team on Nintendo DS and Red Rescue Team on Game Boy Advance.
Mhm.
And that was pretty cool that there was a kind of split generation thing to where there was a game for each thing. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, you could actually plug Red Rescue Team in to get some stuff in Blue Rescue Team, but
Right.
memory on that's a little shoddy, so please do inform me in the comments if you remember.
I absolutely love the dungeon mechanics in this one.
I have always been a dungeon man. I mean, this whole channel that the YouTube side of this is going up on is called Dungeon Tendo.
Yeah.
So, no absolute surprise when I say a 10 out of 10. I don't think it's a big improvement over the old ones, but to be honest with you, it didn't really need to be.
I'll give
It
her
was a
9.
content-packed game to begin with. Practically
Yeah.
everything is as it was. There are a couple of differences, like the friend areas have now been semi-cut, and now they're kind of more
Right.
based on menus. I ironically kind of like it a little bit because it means that you don't have to run around and grab people
Right.
from their friend area. You don't gotta run around. It's just menus. The other big difference is that this has a very storybook 3D style aesthetic to it that I think works really well for what I feel like is just an excellent game. Everything else is tighter, and that's the main thing about this. This whole thing feels like a tightened version of what it was before. That's what you want in a remake. And so, 9 again. Really, really solid. What do you think?
I like it. And I give it a 9.
Okay, I was supposed to say, like, are we spitting a number? On to the reveal of the century. Right after Pokemon Cafe remix of the 2020 variety, we got ourselves new Pokemon Snap.
Don't think I've actually played that one. I think I've seen you play it though.
I want to throw this game. To be honest, I never wanted a Pokemon Snap game since about the mid-2010s. It felt like the original Pokemon Snap on the 64 was never going to be beat, and it could never live up to whatever hype was building for a sequel.
So are you right?
And this game does not disappoint. My bigger problem is that nothing has improved in a way that feels like a sequel.
So it just doesn't feel
It
right.
literally feels like they genned it up to modern and ROM hacked the first game.
Oy.
That's what it feels like to me. The story is lackluster. All the environments are pretty, and the pictures are cool, and technically, I believe there was a way you could get them printed just like the original, so it's not bad. I really want to be nicer than I can be about this, but I'm giving it a low 4. This is a sequel that is not a sequel.
And I'm not going to rate it because I've never played it.
Yeah. There are a couple like this on that list, but that disappointment aside, let's move on to something that feels a little bit more disappointing than even that. 2021, the world of Pokemon Unite unleashes upon the masses. Fine game. Fine. Not sure I love seasonal stuff. Champions is fine in this year, but Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl.
I love that game.
Now, honestly, these remakes are perfectly fine. And that's where my problem is. There is no attempt to make these games any better than they were. The chibi art style is a lot more okay than people are giving it credit for. It does look like the original DS games. But when we said we wanted these remade, we kind of expected a little better. To be fair, this was actually by a different studio, ILCA. It was the first time a mainline Pokemon game had been outside developed to my knowledge. And God, they really dropped the
I
ball.
don't know. I ended up liking those.
They are good Pokemon games. In fact, they're great Pokemon games. They're just the same great Pokemon games we got back in 2005/6.
I don't know because I didn't play it on the other console.
Like, the bigger problem that most people have, and I have to agree, is most of the Platinum content that we love was locked behind limited time events right near the beginning, and you can't access them now. Just why? Why? Why are you doing this? But seriously, I will give these a 7 out of complete love for the Generation 4 games.
I give them an 8 because I loved them so much.
Get your shit together next time. And if I see a Gen 5 remake like those, then I will never play another remake. The Year of Our Lord 2022's Legend Arceus. Now, this is actually a case I got that was custom. I love Legends Arceus.
I love
will
it.
make no mystery as to why. The catching and the gameplay is so different. Like, some people say it's a small step in the right direction. It's a longer step than people are giving it credit
Right.
for.
Well, plus I like their traditional clothing.
I think that the context around this game is great. I love its lore-heavy stuff. I love the hints to history.
Right.
I love the ancestors that are implied to be from other places. You know, just so much about this feels like a prequel to Gen 4 that happened hundreds of years before it.
Right.
And there is some real-life context in Japan that coincides with this game. So if you put Sinnoh and this game's Hisui back to back and look at their real-life inspiration, it's quite a fascinating thing. I can take you hours to go down the rabbit hole. I'm giving this a just unprecedented 10. I want Legends games for the rest of time.
I know, I love Legends.
I think Legends is a great experimental ground. I think it's perfect.
It's another one I would, like, literally give it a 9. I
And
don't care.
if I don't see a third Legends game, I'm going to be sad. I'm going to be sad because there is so much right about it without messing with the core formula. I do think this is a great new series that I want to see tons out of. Scarlet and Violet. So, Scarlet and Violet, by the way, the games we have been holding are the ones we've actually played. She always has played opposite of me. But seriously and actually, I think this might be the best on the console. I absolutely love these games and have a very scary amount of hours. I'm not going to talk about it.
One of my favorite parts about it is you get a different mon for each that is writable.
Yeah. It's so cool because it's kind of two alternate timelines. I love this game so much that I actually went and got both of the Scarlet and Violet and some art books. They're both gorgeous. I love them. There is so much to do in these games that I would say the closest games in terms of how much you can do, Soul Silver and Heart Gold both kind of come back to mind whenever I think of something with this much rich content. Terra is great. The big Terra Crystal bosses are amazing. I can't think of what they're called.
Right.
Terror Raids. That's it.
I love Terror Raids.
I love Terror Raids. I love the competitive scene that was around this. Watching those battles was insane. The modding scene and modded battles on YouTube have always been fun, from Shady Penguin.
Right. I love the large array of like mons that you can catch.
And their selections are this is probably my favorite so far in terms of what was there. The mon selection was insane to me. There was no Pokemon missing here that felt missing, if that makes sense. Anything that was excluded is practically stuff that I didn't really mind
Right, and this
being
is
excluded.
the first game I would actually give a 10.
Oh, yeah. This one is a 10 that was slightly above Legends Arceus's 10.
Mm-hmm.
But I love them both too much to really
Right.
compare them.
Mm-hmm.
Thusly, we come to the worst of all of these games. Not just by a hair, but by a mile.
Oh, you didn't end up liking them?
I hate
I don't know
Detective
because I've never
Pikachu.
tried this game, so I don't know if it's good or not.
To be honest, I know these are all at their core kids games.
Right.
So obviously, Brittany's not going to give this one a rating. 0.5 out of 10. Now, I'm going to argue off that Pokemon games are not just for kids anymore. And I think Game Freak needs to be more aware of that. Okay? This is basically a game that comes with every solution to everything. Everything's too easy. And even if the story was good enough to actually save it, then I could just read a book. There is
That bad, huh?
nothing good about this game to me. It is easily the worst. There are mystery mechanics about it. If you've ever played L.A. Noire, it's nothing like that. It is like baby's first L.A. Noire mystery game.
Oh, no.
And I swear, this is probably the most child game that I own. And I can't even be nice about it. I hope that Game Freak understands that Pokemon is for everybody.
I was going to say, they got to remember that they have returning people from when they were kids coming back as adults.
And a mystery game about Pokemon. Do you know how many people would actually love that if they nailed it?
Right.
This 0.5 comes from the love of the series and the fact that everything got ignored. In kind of presentation, everything's pretty, everything's as you would want it to look, but that's all it's got. Graphics. Legends ZA.
An awesome, awesome, awesome one.
For the record, we both have a physical copy of this. We loved it so much. We got the pre-order bonuses, the little sitting plushies.
Right.
We went all in on this game. This has the worst intro of all Pokemon games.
It is so long. I wish they would have kept in mind and tried to put a skipping button so you could skip it if you didn't want to go through all that.
Pokemon is usually a lot better about making the story and the tutorial tie together to where even the tutorial wouldn't be bad. But about 4-ish, 5-ish, 6-ish hours in, I was too mad to play at it.
And I kept playing, and I told him he should take another try.
Yeah, she had me take another swing for a few hours, and it got fun quick afterwards. All that said, this is a 9.5 out of 10. I think that that intro, guys, literally, this would be a 10 if it wasn't for that.
It's an 8 for me, and just keep in mind, if you guys are ever going to play this, there is a long intro. If you can get through the intro, then it's a really good game.
Oh, yeah. I think this is one of the most interesting battle systems in Pokemon ever. I think pretty much an open arena style Pokemon game like this is amazing. I love the team building. I love the fights that occur. I love the story, characters.
I like that they have battle zones at night so that you can battle other trainers and,
Yeah, wild zones just to catch Pokemon.
Right.
You'd think being in a single city, the whole thing would be just hard to play and kind of repetitive.
But it's not. It's actually pretty fun.
It's a lot more than its parts.
Yes.
And again, 9.5. Mega
I'd give it a
Dimensions
9.
DLC, by the way, I will give that a further 7. I do think that
Yes.
I wish the thing had a little bit more variety
Yeah.
in the mega dimensions, but I think all of the stuff was cool. I think that the ending is amazing. It did
I
get
can agree.
spoiled for me. I did not get
Yeah.
to physically do it for myself first.
Sadly.
I'm not going to talk about it here because quick video.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love ZA. Love it.
Same.
In years to date, we have only got one more game to play, and that's Pokopia. Now, she has not played a lot of it.
I've only seen him play it, and I've seen videos of it.
Yeah, we tried the little multiplayer game share feature. That actually works really well, to be fair. We didn't get to do much,
Right.
but for what this is, and if you love Animal Crossing like I do,
I love Animal Crossing.
it's Pokemon Animal Crossing set in a post-mortem Kanto. If you want to see what happens to Kanto when it dies and the world is taken over by Pokemon,
then that's the one. I'm not going to rate it because I haven't done much with it, so.
for me it's a 10. This is the only Switch 2 game that we have so far as of the recording of this podcast video, and really and actually you gotta play it. You gotta play it if you're a Pokemon man. I think it is a amazingly cozy game with amazingly cozy things to do in it. And these kind of things are hard sales for me now. I'm a Stardew Valley guy. I don't love mini cozies now because I always find myself trying to compare it to Animal Crossing or Stardew.
And then we got to remind ourselves you can't really compare it because it's not going to beat it.
And this is the first game that has held up to that scrutiny in any way. So this could easily get 4 or 5 sequels, and I wouldn't bat an eye.
Right.
Give us a Johto version. Give us Hoenn.
Oh, that would be so
Sinnoh.
awesome.
And just keep going. And that is the whole video. Guys, we might eventually come back and review some of these games in bigger detail over on Dungeon Tendo. Please, please, please tell us what you feel about any of these games whatsoever down in a comment section that you can reach from this video. And thank you again. We've been those nerds down
Peace
the
now.
street. Peace!